What's going on, guys? Happy New Year. If I'm not sure if I'm putting this up on the 31st or on the 1st yet, so Happy New Year. But yeah. Today I'm just going to talk about a little slasher film from the 70s called Drive-In Massacre. Released sometime in 1974, starring Jake Bombs, Adam Lawrence, and Austin Johnson. It was written by John Goff and George Buckflower, who actually has he plays like a cameo in that film as well, and it was produced and directed by Stu Seagal, who also did like Illegal and Blue and CB Hustlers. So yeah, Drive-In Massacre is your typical basic horror slasher. There's not much to it. It's basically kids go to the drive-in and someone wielding a samurai sword kills people while the movie's going on. They're watching it and making out with their loved ones. That's basically the whole concept of the film. And it's one of those who done it film, and you're with the cops for most of it, and like you could tell a lot of it was padding. They probably only had like a 45-minute film, and they wanted to make it at least like an hour and 15 to get played at a drive-in. So, but yeah, it's a fun little time. It's stereotypical and not. They don't really bring anything new to the table besides like the odd psycho just screaming at a young girl and stuff. So yeah, but it's a decent little watch. There's some interesting kills. There's some decapitations. There's a lot of cool neck gouges and stuff in it. Yeah, so don't go in there thinking it's going to be like a Friday the 13th splatter fest or anything like that, because this is a more subtle slasher. Well, it's only an hour and 14 minutes, but it's still a fun little time. Yeah, but you're with the cops, and they basically think they have the person, but it's actually not that person, and they spend a lot of time interrogating them and stuff, and yeah, they end up realizing that it's not them, and also it leaves you on a cliffhanger too a bit. So, yeah, Drive-In Massacre is an interesting little horror slasher. Now, I call this one a horror slasher because you don't actually see the killer, or that you don't know who the killer actually is. So this one to me is more of a horror slasher than a slasher thriller where you actually like watch the progression of the killer from the killer in the perspective and stuff. So yeah. So other than that, this film was pretty basic. There's some interesting like little backstory and stuff like it. It was shot in 4 days apparently. They shot for 20 hours each day, and they made 4 films in like 2 weeks. So yeah, I'm not sure what the other ones are though. But yeah, Drive-In Massacre is a fun little time. There's nothing like too extravagant about it or anything to like say it's absolute fantastic. To me, it's just standard. But like at the time, it was probably like a little graphic and disturbing. But this came out after the fallout of like the Texas Chainsaw Massacre was released, and then you started getting all these dark slasher films. Halloween came out, and then all of a sudden you got all these supernatural slashers out. So, Drive-In Massacre was part of the first wave of slasher films. So yeah. Other than that, there's not much else to say for it. It's just basic. It was fun, but there's limited kills and a lot of interrogations in it, so be prepared for some dialogue. But other than that, it's still a fun time. You should check it out if you like slasher films. If you're not a slasher fan, I suggest you don't watch it. But other than that, for the diehard slash fans and cult horror fans, this one's for you. So, yeah, I'm going to give this one just a 2.5 out of 5. It's basic, nothing to gripe home about, nothing to push it further for me. So, yeah. Drive-In Massacre. Check it out. Trailer's link down below. Also, my Instagram's link down below, like always. If you haven't done it yet, make sure you follow me on Instagram to stay in the loop because, well, I post video clips of films I'm going to review in the future on my story, and I hide the title and the hashtag for fun, so you can either find it or try to guess what I'm going to be reviewing, or if you just want to see what I'm going to be reviewing in the future, see a little snippet of it because I never bother to edit them in here. So in these videos, so yeah, make sure you follow me there. Also, I put the genre of film and the subgenre of film usually, especially if it's horror, in the video as well, so you can tell if it's like a film that you might like or might not like. I know some people are like absolutely can't stand like torture horror films like Saw and stuff like that, so that's why I do that. But yeah, just being courteous. Um, but yeah, make sure you like this video, share it so more people are aware of it. Comment down below your opinions on it if you've seen it. I'd love to hear about them and hear what you thought of it. And also make sure you subscribe because you never know what I'm going to talk about next. I might not even talk about a horror film next because I did like 12 in a row. So, yeah, but make sure you subscribe and yeah. Also, if you have any films you want to hear me talk about in the new year, in the future, in general, comment those down below too. I know I got an unboxing video that just came out, so hopefully, maybe review one of those or something. So, yeah, but if you have any films at all that you want to hear my opinions on, comment those down below. I'll try to get to them as soon as I can, and that's if I can find them. So, yeah, but with that, check out Drive-In Massacre. Happy New Year, and I'll see you real soon.